And so I was like, the super salad. I wanted Ballin to be here, but he's probably sleeping. I wanted Ballin to be here, but he's probably sleeping. Okay, hold on. Let me mute that. Let me mute that. No, where are you? Okay, hold on. There we go. Hey everybody, welcome to the Kamen Rider Revice episodes 1 through 13 discussion. We do this, well I try to do this every year, where after like episode 12 or around there, we talk about the first part of the season. And today we have, introduce yourself.
Yo, what's up? It's me, Gia. Been around for a couple of them. I'm back yet again to talk about Revice.
And yeah, and I'm Marcos, run Marcosatsu. It's a channel about tokusatsu. And yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah,
So, Revice, huh? It's been a thing, huh? It's been airing for 14 weeks now.
has
Yeah, it's Revice. So, okay, so I'm gonna tell you my thoughts aren't probably what everyone else is expecting, as always, because yeah, I have bad opinions. But Gia, let's start with you. What do you think of Revice so
what we're
far?
gonna start with.
You know what? Just for that, Red Bull warning.
All right, all right. My, I don't know where to start. I'm gonna try to give a general. So I think in general, Revice is doing pretty good so far. I don't mean to compare, but I totally mean to compare. I think it's doing kind of way better than Saber's first arc, and
Whoa.
I mean that's kind of saying something because I ended up liking Saber's first arc after I rewatched it, but like with Revice, it's not requiring a rewatch for me to like it, which is good. In
Well,
general, I think that all it could really use is just a little bit of pacing fixes, and like it'll be even better.
uh, uh, so I think Kamen Rider Revice is good.
Let's
It's
go.
it's good. Like there's
Yeah, Marcos. Marcos, your mind ain't work. Your mic ain't working, bro. Balling, you're late.
Yeah.
I was watching the stream to see. Okay, yeah, Marcos just for real went dead over stream. What's good, everyone? Marcos is dead. I'm taking over the channel.
I'm sorry I'm late. I'm like a little hungover.
Let's go. This is the Ballin and Gia show. Marcos finally got sniped by the Toei assassins for trying to do Super Sentai history of Super Sentai. Um, so like we're finally gonna do that Parappa the Rappa Let's Play.
I'm down.
The Saber fans finally got him, bro.
testing.
Oh, damn it!
I was I was like, yeah, Revice is good, and then Toei was like, we got him, get him, get
For
him.
real. All you just said was Revice is good. And I was like, is he thinking that hard about what he's gonna say?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, hello, Ball, and welcome to the stream.
Hello, Marcos. Sorry I'm late.
So let's continue from there. Unless Toei is like aiming another shot at me. All right. So, excuse me. I had a lot of Red Bulls this morning. Excuse me. Kamen Rider Revice is good. It's not fantastic. I don't think it's awful. I think it's just good. And I really wish I could say more than that. And I was prepping myself up to like really think things out and like be detailed on why and all this, but it's just good. Like I don't think I'd rewatch it. I don't think I'm gonna like say there's like any standout moments. It's just like there. It's been passing by every week, so it's good. It's good. That's really all I can say for now. Fallen.
Yeah, I agree. Revice is good. I think what I like most about it so far is it feels consistent. Like there's not like a massive shift in episode quality. Like it's not like some are incredibly good and then others are just like trash. It's consistently good. It's at a good enough level. It could be amazing. Like I think it has the potential to be great, but that just depends on how things continue moving forward and stuff. But as is, I'm content with saying it's a good season. I'm content with saying it's a really good season.
Ballin's lying. Everyone's not a giraffe.
Man, I hate it here.
Okay, so with our general thoughts out of the way, but real quick, Conte, you saw my band live? Oh my gosh, it's so surreal. That's
Bro, were they like we the second coming of Weezer?
Well, then thank you, and thank you for the donation too. So, with our general thoughts out of the way, let's get more deep into it. So basically, I think my biggest gripe that I want to get out of the way is that it's so just good, quote unquote, that it either doesn't have the time to like flesh out its characters, or it's not doing enough with its characters.
Thank you, Marcos.
Because
Thank
like
you for saying that for me.
okay, because like I really want to like Hiromi. I know episode 13 is a thing. I know episode 14 is a thing, but we're not going to discuss it here. I know the twist is great, yada yada.
Look at my PFP.
I really want to like Hiromi. His suit is so cool. It's one of my favorites so far. But he only appears in like a few episodes, and then the other times he's just there as like a relegated cameo. And even Kamen Rider Demons doesn't appear that often, and it was supposed to be like this cool thing, and I feel like I don't know enough about Hiromi aside from his random trauma dumping out of nowhere. I feel like I don't really know Hiromi. I want to like him. I'm sure he's cool, but he's just kind of there, and I can pretty much say that for other characters too. I want to like Daiji, but aside from like Kaguro stuff, he's there. And I want to like Iki, even though he's like the main character. We see him the most. I'm like, I guess he's cool.
Okay, wait. It is not Hiromi's fault that the show is literally preying on his downfall like every episode.
So I've been watching Revice with my friend. Like we've been like binging it, and the episode when Hiromi comes out of nowhere and says, "Daiji, when I was a little boy, I got bullied, and I want to be." My friend was cracking up, and she was like, "Is he trauma dumping in the middle of a fight just for no reason?" Anyway, yeah, Revice is good.
Oh, so we're gonna say our gripes with it, man.
We can start with that. Yeah.
I can only say what you say, but like yell about it because Hiromi's my favorite character, and the show treats him so garbage. Like, it's like again during Saber when I actually started to like Ren, but he didn't really get a moment until 43.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel that's what's gonna happen to Hiromi, sadly enough. He's gonna have all these moments where he's just like, "I'm here," and then he gets kicked to death for the episode until like episode 40, where he finally takes down the chameleon or something. I don't know.
I think it was like episode 13. I'm pretty sure it was like the latest one, or 13 or 12, where like all the writers are fighting in like the first 2 minutes, and that's literally all we got of Hiromi.
I think that was 12.
Demons. Yeah, it was one of those. One of the
yeah,
recent ones.
because Jean wasn't there, and it's when he pulled up the condor.
Fallen.
I mean, yeah, definitely hard to agree on characters, especially Hiromi. But my other gripe that I have is I have no idea what the plot's supposed to be.
Right?
Because like things happen, but is there actually a plot here? I'm so confused because the dead mans are just like, oh yeah, we have our sacrifice, let's go. And I'm like, where did these people come from? Where did you get sacrifices? You keep losing.
I mean, episode 14 kind of helps it, but like not by that much.
Like I love Kagero's arc because that's the first time I felt there was
What
like an
arc?
actual cohesive plot.
Yeah.
No. What arc? Like, are you talking about
Kagero.
just him being there, or like him having an arc?
Specifically talking about him during his time as evil when he like completely took over. That specific. I know his arc's not over, but like that specific portion of it.
Because his arc was just Icky. You are the most shit person ever. I
But-
hate you.
Like it felt like there was actually a coherent plot I could follow along with. Like I love episodic stuff. The episodic stuff isn't bad, but they're building up to something without actually doing the build up.
That was another one of my gripes where okay, so I like this in Fives where things just kind of happen with no build up. I feel like we should have that again. And Revice is trying to do that, but I feel like it's not going about it in the right way because
Revice should be bad.
okay, hold on. So, what was it? The whole Kagero thing. It was cool, but then like it just gets dropped like almost immediately, and then we have live
That's what I
for a
feel.
while.
No. You take that. Live, Daichi did not even get a full episode of being a Kamen Rider until the little sister got a belt.
and then Kagero just comes back out of nowhere just to like beat up Sakura, and I was like, what? Why? What prompted this? What?
Kagero misogyny arc.
The new Barad Rex thing, like it almost came out of nowhere too. The whole quote unquote arc was in like that 20 minutes of the episode, and I feel like it could have been spread out, and it just happens.
Yeah,
That's the
definitely.
That episode, I definitely think everything else aside from the Icky and Vice plot was unnecessary.
Oh man,
Because if they just focused on that the entire episode, it would have been absolutely amazing.
When Vice became when he had a
Got
physical
real.
form, like that moment was really cool. It was really beautifully shot too, especially like with the punch next to Ikki's head. Like that was great. It was beautiful, but it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It just happens, and again, that's my second biggest gripe is that things just happen, and they wanna act like it's moving things, like it's progressing things, but it's not deserving of those moments just yet. And it really bothers me when Kamen Rider Fives can just do things out of nowhere and make it feel earned, while here, like, they're trying to do that, but it's not enough. Especially when the whole Barad Rex arc again was in like 20 minutes. The whole Kagero thing happens and then gets dropped and he just appears again. And Sakura becoming a writer was really cool too, but there wasn't much to it, you know?
With the whole body Rex thing, what angers me more is that if like again the arc is solely in the episode, but that arc is like strangely a really good one, and if they had more build up to it, it would have been so great. Like I simply love the kind of the symbolism in Buried Rex and Vice not having the upgrade or his upgrade being on hold or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that for the entire fight, he was just kind of running around doing like nothing. But like it means so much because like it's supposed to represent that Icky has enough trust in Vice to just kind of let him do what he wants.
Yeah.
And like, but if they had more seeds of him actually starting to trust Vice, it would have been better.
I agree. If they planted those seeds throughout the last 13 episodes, that it would have been deserved. If Icky at least said a couple of times throughout, like, I don't know, episodes 5 through 8, if he was like, Vice, I'm letting you out, just don't eat my mom again, that'd be kind of, you know, that'd be some character development. But
the most we had was during the evil arc where he's like, Daiji's still alive, you go save him.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Kazuki was like, "You say some good things sometimes, friend."
Well, so far I'm getting a lot of 01 vibes where I'm like, I really want to like the show and I do think it's good, but what's going on and will it pay off in the end? Because I think Ballin had the right words with like, what's the plot? What's going on? What's the point of all this? Is anything happening? Is this just a episodic show? I don't know
I
what
mean,
I'm supposed to prepare for.
I feel like even if that was the case, I'd still enjoy it by the end. As long as the character arcs are good, I don't really care about the plot. Kind of like X8. I don't know what happened in that show.
uh, well, I do like the characters. I just wish there was more. Because again, Hiromi just is just there for the most part, and I guess the most quote unquote fleshed out character is Sakura out of, and because she had an actual arc for like 2 episodes, like or 2 or 3 episodes when she was like trying to overcome her weakness and stuff. That was cool. I like that. Her suit's awesome, and that was cool. But
Ballin, you said something about Sakura's arc because originally I didn't like her being a writer until you said something on Twitter that made me reconsider it.
what
Oh,
was it?
I said that it personally, I feel like her becoming a writer is the start of her arc rather than the end of it. Because like most of the other
Yeah.
episodes, she's just kind of like she's there in the background. She has a few minor interactions, but she's not like a huge prominent character. She feels more like a supporting character. But then she's like, "No, I'm gonna fight too," and like she basically pushes herself into the role of a major character. And it's like, oh, where does she go from here? Like, how does she continue moving forward, fighting alongside her siblings? Now that she's accepted her limitations and her weaknesses and overcome those, what's next for her? And I think that's what I'm interested in, is seeing precisely the what comes next. And I hope something comes next.
Yeah, same. I will say she had more prominence compared to. I'm sorry, I keep comparing to like Hiromi, but she was actually there
I
for the
hate
most
it
part.
here.
I'm sorry, he's just the easiest to compare to, because like
God,
Sakura actually appears in the show. She actually says more than one line each episode. She's there, but she she can have more, and that's what I'm holding out for. Because again, her arc was cool, and she's great. I think it was too early to make her a common writer. I think it was too early to make anybody a common writer, honestly. But if Ballin says, if it's the start of her arc, then I have high hopes.
Yeah,
I
so then
just wish.
Toei
Mm.
Bandai can sell her belt for her demon lines, even though her demon canonically says 2 words.
Hey man,
So
Love Cup's
cool.
great.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I have like the kind of the opinions that people will shoot me for because I think Love Calm as of right now is meh because it's just a
How dare
plushy thing.
you?
I can go on
How
plushie.
dare
right
you?
now.
Just
Also,
a plushie.
I think George is mid. I kind of think George is mid.
Okay. Now we're fighting.
What does he do other than just be like, I'm a writer fan?
He says
He
English
he
words.
does more than Hiromi.
Are you bad? Oh my god. I hate everyone here.
George has actual appearance. He has actual presence in the show.
But he just talks about, I'm a writer fan. Look at my funny writer figure. You know it's like physically impossible for me to have this because like all the writer seasons are canon.
That is so weird. Where does he get these figures from? Where does he get these drivers?
I remember in one of the episodes he has he has figures that aren't even out yet when they showed like his shelf of stuff. So maybe he's like a Toei insider or something.
But there was like a whole like production debate of like whether Revice was like Digimon Tamers and like Kamen Rider was a TV show, or
Oh,
like
yeah.
if it's actually canon, like if it's actually just a part of other writers. The former makes sense, the latter doesn't, but it seems like they're going with the latter.
Mm.
Because in that case, how the fuck you get a Ryuki belt? That shouldn't even.
Oh, that's the other thing about Revice the show, in that it's it's planting things. It's planting a lot of mysteries that I really hope get answered. They don't have to, but I really hope they get answered. Like, I want to know more about George. I want to know more about that opening of him like experimenting on those riders. Like, that's a really cool shot. I want to know more about that. I want to know more about George himself, or is he's this like mysterious entity that they were not supposed to know about or something. Maybe he does work for Toei. Maybe he's a Toei insider. Maybe he's the one like who sniped me earlier and just making sure I don't. So yeah, George.
Something I am happy about for like the first 10 episodes, I was in the writer's head nonstop. I could predict everything about this show, and it made me happy. Like, cause like my main prediction from the beginning is that the anniversary stuff wouldn't be big at all, and instead it would be more like subtle references. Like whoever was the form of the episode, they'd have a subtle reference of like an arc from their show in the episode, and I was completely right about that.
Really?
Like the Fies episode, yeah, the Fies episode had like the entire thing. Like I guess I'll do this Kamen Rider thing.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so good.
Wow, what the heck?
And like the double episode, of course, had the one about the two guys, the partners.
Oh my gosh, what the heck?
Marcos, like, how did you not know? At least the double one was so obvious.
It makes sense because the Geo one's really boring.
Yeah, remember Daiji becomes alive.
I'm joking, but wow, that's really cool. I didn't notice that. I mean, you would expect me to know that, but like, I didn't notice that. That's actually a really cool detail.
Marcos does not watch Kamen Rider.
I'm sorry. This is my first writer show. I never would have noticed. So
yeah, just subtle references, and I think it's really nice. The writer, it clearly shows the writer knows a little something about something when it comes to Kamen Rider.
Huh. Yeah, that's really interesting. I like that a lot. I also want to say I want to like Revice's writing, but at the same time, it hasn't really fleshed out that much. But there was this one shot like that everybody loved on Twitter. It was in one of the early episodes where like he's like I think you said it. That's what I'm a Kamen Rider for, and it's like he's in the shadows in front of a window.
Of course, you said that in the Kuga episode.
and it was really cool. Like that stuff, moments like that is what's pushing me forward. Daiji becoming live is another great moment. Sakura, of course, becoming a writer is a great moment. Like there are good moments in Revice that I honestly think make the show worth watching. But yes,
I'm gonna say the smallest nitpick ever. I don't get Daiji's catchphrase, or his henshin pose.
Excuse
me. Like let's settle right from wrong. Like I get it, cause like he's good and Ikagura is evil. But like settling right from wrong is a phrase more about morals rather than it is like literally separating right from wrong.
It might make more sense in Japanese. It might just be the translation that.
Also, I kind of don't like that his pose is a reflection of Ikki's, because as a character, I don't really think he reflects Ikki that much. Because it seems like his entire arc is trying to be his own person.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
So it makes not that much sense for him to reflect Ikki.
Isn't Kagura's whole thing like I don't want to be compared to my brother? Isn't that
that's where he was born from. But of course, no one questioned that except for like me and probably other people silently, because look, he's with his brother. He's such an ooh baby.
Oh my gosh, stop! I heard that enough in Geo. Like, isn't Sogo such a soy boy? Ooh.
If I hated Saber during just for Twitter when I was watching it, I'm starting to hate Revice, bro.
Oh no!
Every day I have to hear about how my favorite guy is gonna die on Christmas. Like, God, it only happened twice.
Only that's a lot just for happening twice.
Twice and like, actually, no, Kento doesn't count. It only happened twice within the past 5 years.
Well, that aside, I think that's pretty much all the plot and story and characters we can really go over. There's this weird thing with Icky disappearing from the photos, but whatever.
They're building him to that he's
Yeah.
gonna become fruit Jesus.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Oh
be
my
okay.
gosh. and yeah, well, that's pretty
Just
much.
when you thought the show was gonna be like a realistic tone, and then that starts happening, it's like, okay, yeah, it's gonna go to the Wonder World. Everything's gonna be okay.
And then Rentaro comes into the Revice world just to die or something. All right,
I can't
guys.
can't wait for the leaks this time around. Daiji's gonna get his power up, and after his power up, he's gonna die.
Ugh. All right. Favorite suit so far. It can include their site form, writer forms, other whatever. Ballin.
All right. I'm probably in minority opinion, but I actually really like Live.
Ew.
Oh yeah, high five.
Of course, I'm the only one.
All right,
Hey
it's 'cause,
man.
like the reason I like it is because first of all, I think it does a really good job of reusing the base for evil, but transforming it into something different.
Yes.
And the other thing that I like, one of the reasons I personally really like it is because like you can tell it's kind of like it's supposed to resemble a paladin, and I just think that's cool. The helmet, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I wish it was like a little smaller, the head thing.
Bro, I didn't even
But-
know what a paladin was until Toku Twitter talked about it.
But like, nah, I just think it's cool. Like, I think the colors work nice. I wish the yellow was a little more golden than like whatever yellow it has. But that's just a minor thing. I think overall, it's a really nice suit, and people seem to either love it or hate it. So I'm just like, I think it's cool.
Based Ballin?
Hell no.
Yeah, okay, so I'll agree. Live is my favorite suit in the show so far. It just looks really cool. Like I love the opposite from like how Evil is like all closed off, and then Live opens up to like this big chest armor, and like his helmet opens up too. Like it's great, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. I love it. I love that he has like flowing clothing too, and it's so cool. I love Live. I'm gonna kiss him. The suit, like the helmet. It's really cool. Just the helmet.
So.
Gia?
I think it's obvious. I really love Demon Suit. Demon. Ever since I first saw it, I was like, yeah, that's my favorite. Like, it's so simple. Like the armor pieces are so simple, but then I love how it seems like so almost unfinished in a way. Like it truly seems like a cyborg to me, or like this creation of science.
Yeah.
Especially since it's solely based on like either not having a demon or like not having it be too present.
Demons looks really cool too. Like my friend who doesn't even watch Kamen Rider saw the demon suit and was like, "Wow, that looks really cool," because he likes Spider-Man too. So
Funnily enough, yeah, my friend did the same thing.
Yeah,
He
same.
was like, "Who's the Spider-Man?"
it's I love the asymmetrical suit for demons. I love that the web opens out towards like his left shoulder. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. It's a gorgeous.
I think
suit.
asymmetrical suits are super underrated.
Yes, absolutely.
What the hell?
But I for sure thought you liked the Brachio remix, huh? What everyone loves Brachio remix.
No.
Where Iki stands on top of Vice.
Vice usually has good forms, in my opinion, every single time, but they messed him up. They made him look ugly.
The remix forms are weird. Like, why do they have to go with the CGI route? Why couldn't they just like make the actors stand on top of each other and make it in film like that? JK. I think my favorite like power up is the Geo one, the Brachio one. It just pops up to my head like every time I think of their power up forms. Everything
like
else looks weird.
Demons. I like how the eyes at a certain angle, like, from a certain angle, they look really low, so it just looks like the suit has a giant forehead.
Oh no.
It's really good. Hiromi for No Way Home.
All right, so I think that's everything we can cover, right?
No. We can talk about everything. So like George is actually the worst character. So
No,
like
F you. He's the
No.
best. Great.
No.
Hey,
No,
hey,
no.
hey.
Okay, just because my favorite guy doesn't do much, it doesn't mean George still ain't mid. Like
George turned Vice into a skateboard. Like, what more do you want?
He only
Yeah,
turned Vice into a skateboard because Vice complained.
because he's just a petty science man.
Yeah, that's what makes him cool.
Can we talk about theories for the future of the show?
Fallen?
Huh?
He said yeah.
So like, let's think about the demons, right? If Lovekov was born out of like the weakness feeling Sakura had, and Kagura was born out of pure solid hate for Ikki, what was Vice born from?
um. It's, wow, that's. I remember seeing theories about that on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember any specific ones, but I remember seeing something. Same thing with Demon's demon or Hiromi's spider demon thing, or that his belt is the demon itself. I've seen stuff like that, but wow. What do you think, July Yellow?
I think that it may come out, even though it's kind of what Kagura already was, maybe some kind of thing for attention. Because it kind of seems like Vice's entire thing is that he always wants the spotlight to be on him.
Ikki?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Except, yeah, that doesn't really make sense in Ikki's arc.
All right,
Either that,
chat.
or it could be the older sibling, just deal. Because, as all older siblings know, the second you have a younger sibling, they're the focus now. So it could be that. Or like a want of having your own personality, maybe, like instead of being an older brother solely.
It could also be kind of like wanting freedom because Ikki sacrificed a lot for his family. Like he gave up his own personal goals, he gave up his
You're
dreams.
right, because
Yeah.
Vice's thing a lot was like, let's not save the day and just go do something else.
Yeah, like just wanting to live his own life instead of having to be there for everyone.
I think my only theory that I have for Revice is that we're gonna see Kaguro himself manifest into another form that isn't part of Daiji. I mean, that's kind of obvious. I hope it's obvious that we might get an actual.
I actually didn't see that.
Well, yeah, like every demon so far that we've seen has some sort of form. Well, from the fuse.
Oh my god, that put like the funniest image of my. So like, obviously when Ikki stamps himself, Vice comes out. Does that mean when Daiji stamps himself, it's just gonna be a goth version of him just appearing?
Oh no, that's terrible.
I'm down.
I thought. Well, I was more thinking that like he's just possessing Daiji, so we'll actually get him like out of Daiji's body somehow.
Mhm.
Like,
I just think it's funnier if he comes out as a clone.
Oh no, it's gonna be like Ghost. That's terrible.
I'm down.
No. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have for my theory. Daiji e-boyification.
I have the hardest feeling, especially since after the end of episode 14, that Sakura and Aguilera are gonna be the next Renin Disaster.
Why would you say that?
Because I like Renin Disaster and I need it again to fill the Renin Disaster hole-shaped heart in my life.
I completely forgot that we like skipped over the dead man stuff.
It's
like
okay.
the
The show
show.
forgot them too.
I got it in first. I got it in first.
So they're there anyway. Moving past that. Wow, that's just,
Let's talk about them in their Day of the Dead theme. Dia de los Muertos.
I like Julio. I forget the green one's name.
Or Tekka.
Or Tekka.
I sometimes just call him Spanish Jin.
I only remember like Aguilera and Julio, and I only remember Julio because he has that really big sombrero. Yeah,
Can we talk about what y'all think the deal is with the Spy Family?
So
that was a spy for like an episode.
I think they're gonna become Kamen Riders, Kamen Rider X Family, and then they're gonna fight the siblings, and then they're
Who
gonna
do y'all think
team up.
they work for though? Because like I feel like I honestly think it'd be more interesting if they were Phoenix.
Yeah, I would bet on Phoenix. Or
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say so.
Because it kind of doesn't really make sense for the dead mans. Because I don't think they care that much about them. I think they just want to straight kill them.
I'm pretty sure the Spy Family was surprised when the dead mans were there at the spa retreat.
Yeah.
I do like, even though it feels like it's going to be a plot point that's built up over like tens of episodes, I do like the kind of hint that we had during Sakura's little writer arc where she tries to stay there, but then they have like no decorations at their house. It's like it was really off-putting, and I like it.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It was such a boring house with no decorations. That was funny because it's like mine.
Yeah, no, they're not spies. They're just broke. They're in poverty.
So yeah.
Dude, this show, like, I want to talk about episode 14 so badly because it definitely put off the thing that I
The
predicted.
title says 13, Gia, not 14.
Care. The entire time, Saber, when we talked about the stupid trainer arc, I hated.
Proof.
We did, because I yelled about Ren, and I hated him at the time until I changed my ways.
I might sound like a boomer saying this, but I think I'm gonna go back to Heisei, because like I kind of like Heisei more so far. Maybe.
Yeah, Marcos, what do you mean? You haven't given it a chance. Just wait 7 more years.
Oh my gosh. Jamcall X, thank you for the donation. Brachiogenome plus Geo equals Land Before Time. I like Littlefoot too.
Someone said a decent point about Revice on Twitter that I kind of wish that Vice stayed physical for the rest of the show. So basically, the point was that like most of the shots in the show don't feel like they were made or they were shot with Vice in mind. Like Vice usually feels like an afterthought. So it kind of didn't really make Vice feel like a character. He's more like a commentator for the show.
Kind of seems that way when he keeps breaking the fourth wall.
At the same time, I think that's funny.
So I like Vice a lot because he hasn't said much in the last few episodes.
Am I the only person that likes Vice? I have the opposite opinions of everyone.
I like Vice.
I love Vice.
How dare you?
He's so fun.
I think Vice has grown on me, but I want more out of him. Like I enjoy him as a character. I think he's enjoyable, but I want him to be more than just enjoyable.
Like
he doesn't feel like a part of the cast, mostly because like he doesn't interact with anyone other than Icky and the occasional possession items. So he's just kind of there.
I learned my lesson from last season. Vice is annoying, but that's the point. And I love him for it.
I agree with Ballin. I think Vice is just kind of there.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I
everything in this show is just kind of there.
It's true.
Yeah, it's just made to sell toys, especially on Premium Bandai.
Of course. Oh. It's all a toy show because Bandai wants the money.
I hate everything.
I hate stamps.
Oh,
wait, you mean it's for toys? It always has been.
I bought a physical stamp from this one like Twitter artist, and it's of George saying great, and I like to stamp it on just random things. Yeah,
physical stamp.
Yeah, like not like a. All right, so let's wrap this up because I'm losing things to say. Ballin, general thoughts and hopes for the future.
All right. So general thoughts. I've enjoyed everything we've been given so far. I think these are interesting characters with a lot of potential. I hope for more out of the villain group, whether it be the Deadmans or whatever other villains come in next, because they're probably going to introduce another faction very soon. If I had to describe Revice, it would be like you're eating a meal, and then you're dropping crumbs everywhere, and then occasionally you forget about those crumbs, but then you remember them a long time later, and they're not as good as when you were first eating them, but they're still there.
Every time you take a bite of your favorite ingredient of the dish, the chef comes out and personally slaps you and takes it away.
Yeah, because like they drop so many plot points. There's plot points everywhere. You have disappearing photos. You have whatever George is doing, because like he's a huge mystery. You have Phoenix. You have the Deadmans, Kagero, Sakura. Like everyone has plots going on. Like there's so much going on, and at the same time nothing going on. It's weird.
They just like introduced this new thing for Hiromi now too.
Exactly. So I hope for the future. I hope for more cohesion. I hope that things get like A to B rather than A to D with BC in the middle somewhere.
It's a 26-point question.
Basically. So that's where I'm at. I'm enjoying it. I love what we have, but I wanted to just get better in regards to the gripes that I do have.
Yeah.
I think as a whole, I agree with Ballin. Revice does need to slow down, and it needs to know what it's trying to do as a story first before they let all the characters kind of just roam around. Because the best plots like these are the ones where it feels like it all still kind of is put together into the plot. Like I'd say Gaim is a good example of that. But like for the joke sides of things, if Hiromi dies next week, I'm dropping the show.
Based?
Kagero becoming good is kind of a strange thing that I want. Because I think it'd be funny if he was just kind of like a tsundere.
Oh no.
Lovekov, Loki, the worst demon.
Okay.
No, you can't stop me. You can't censor the truth. How dare
you?
You can't censor the truth.
Lovekov did nothing wrong.
Lovekov existed and made my friend Hiromi fight where he almost died.
Exactly. Lovekov gave Hiromi something to do.
Yeah.
Hey, oh my god. I'm never coming back. I'm never coming back. And one thing. I hate that a lot of people seem to think that focusing on certain plots with characters is pointless. Like, not everything should get an arc. That's true to an extent, but characters having an arc is what makes us love them, aside from just like surface level things. So like, let characters have arcs, but at the same time, know how to balance the plot, please. Thanks, Revice writer man.
I think Revice is just good. I have high hopes for the future, but every time I say that I get disappointed, so I hope Revice stays good. That's pretty much it. Secondary writer debates are dumb because it's always live, and yeah.
No, I don't care about secondary writer debates. What made me cry the most is when Jean debuted and the writer was like, "Hello, the tertiary." It was like, no,
let's go,
no, Hiromi.
Yeah, Hiromi gets sent to the sideline again.
Hiromi's an extra.
Okay, so for my ending thoughts, when I was a little boy, I was bullied. And there were no heroes there. So now I want to step up and be that hero.
Hiromi's a show-up protagonist.
All right. That was Revice episodes 1 through 13. Woo.
I'm back next year when I'll have my time skip arc where I hate Revice.
Gia's inner demon comes out, and
They're gonna do something terrible to make me hate the show, like Hiromi just becomes the final villain or something.
that'd be cool. He has something to do.
Everybody here.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is probably my only video in December. So I hope you enjoy us talking about Revice, because I'm gonna go to sleep for like 48 hours. Awesome. Good night, everyone.
Kusama, you see the shit?